Hi, and welcome everyone to this SAP Community Call. My name is Menina Chow. I'm part of the SAP Community team, and I'm your host today. So I'm really looking forward to today's call because the topic is embedded and cross-product analytics for the intelligent enterprise. And with me is Aaron Graber, who leads our platform and OEM data and analytics strategy for our line of business and partner solutions. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping notes. It is always welcome for you to use the Q&A button. So we have a Q&A reserved at the end of this call, but feel free to raise your questions during the presentation, and we'll get to that later. You can also use the chat. Just ensure to click to all panelists and attendees to make sure that everyone can see your messages. Otherwise, it's only directed to us panelists. And with that, yeah, feel free to engage, to exchange with us, and enjoy this community call. Happy to hand it over to you, Aaron, now to your presentation.
Thanks, Menina. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're located. Again, my name is Aaron Graber, and I lead our platform and OEM strategy in data and analytics. Been around for 20 years at SAP, and been many of those years in the analytics side of SAP. And today I'm going to be focusing on embedded and cross-product analytics for the intelligent enterprise, but really the focus is around cross-product analytics today, as we delivered a embedded analytics community session last week. I wanted to just go through the agenda. We're going to be talking about our analytics strategy for the intelligence suite. This is something that is very core to every one of our applications. And so we want to give you better visibility into your applications, but also across your applications. If you've invested in S/4HANA, SuccessFactors, Ariba, Concur, Fieldglass, or customer experience or other applications, we want to be able to provide really a holistic picture and using analytics to do that. We're then going to talk about line of business use cases. We're going to talk through 3 different line of business use cases around customer experience, human experience management, and procurement. And we're going to give some case studies of customers that are using our solutions and using our analytics as part of that. I'm also going to talk about our business content strategy, which means that we are building content across our applications and allowing you to get started rapidly. And I'm going to be demonstrating a procurement business content package for you. And then we'll just talk through just some key takeaways and call to action here at the end. So that I'm going to take the next 30 minutes or so going through this, and then we'll open it up for questions. So let's talk about our analytics strategy. And before I get into the analytics strategy, as part of the intelligent enterprise, as part of the suite qualities that your company's wanting to understand as far as the integrations with our applications, again, we're really trying to come around our applications and surround it with really good user experience, identity, one data models or domain models that really reflect the data that you have in your applications, analytics, which is what I'm going to be covering today, looking at one workflow inbox, coordinated lifecycle management, and process blueprints. And so we're going through a series of all these different suite qualities, which leverages the business technology platform, but really helps extend our intelligence suite, our industry cloud solutions, and even our partner solutions. So our focus is to really help you understand that you can extend your investment in your applications with these suite qualities. What I wanted to do is to also talk about some of the challenges that our customers are facing today with our applications. They're demanding really analytics, not only within the application, but across different products as well as against their department. And so, for example, we have customers, and I've spoken with many customers who, for example, in the HR, the HCM side of the department, where they're looking for not only better analytics within SuccessFactors, but they also want better KPIs. They want to look at, what is the flight risk of, people leaving our organization this year. So customers are really looking for that turnkey analytics that comes part of SuccessFactors. But I've also spoken with a lot of other HR folks, and they are also looking for, how can I broaden my analytics with other data sources as well as with additional and advanced analytics. And so enterprise analytics and planning, we provide solutions, of which I'm going to talk about in just a moment, but they allow you to go not only into SuccessFactors, but you can also combine data with S/4HANA from a finance perspective. You can also do planning. If I wanted to do workforce planning, I can start to leverage our enterprise analytics and planning portfolio. So I can do that today as someone in the HR department. And as well as there are needs to be able to combine data, with maybe other data like from financial sources or from from the HR sources like SuccessFactors. And so people want to see a unified view of their headcount costs, leveraging their finance and HR data. So the summary of this slide is that SAP will cover you end to end, whether you're using our analytics within the application, or you're using a content package, or whether you're using our enterprise analytics and data solutions. And so what does that look like? So if we look across the top, we have our 4 lines of business that we're really going to be talking about today, and some of them will go through the use cases. But for example, when we talk about finance and digital supply chain, we're really referring to S/4HANA. When we're talking about human experience management, we're talking about SAP SuccessFactors. When we're talking about customer experience, our customer experience suite. And then for spend, we have SAP Ariba, Concur, and Fieldglass. Now, what you'll find here is that our strategy is to help our customers get a better experience operational analytics wise, where they can come in and they can see embedded analytics right within their application. We know that there are many different analytic platforms that are part of our solutions, but now we're clearly going with one singular data and analytics platform that will help extend our applications. And so what we have is application analytics that you see on the left. Application analytics is where I'm within SuccessFactors and I'm seeing those operational analytics. Maybe there's some packaged content that shows me my headcount. And then we're also leveraging the one data model, which is in SAP, we're trying to go across all of our applications to give you one single view of data that's connecting to your environment. So what we want to do is to embed our analytics into our solutions, allow you to get these out of the box packages so that you can make strategic decisions. But then you want more than that, and this is where the suite qualities come in from the business technology platform. Today, if you wanted to extend, for example, I was mentioning SuccessFactors with workforce planning. We have created planning content to help you get started on your journey with SuccessFactors. We also provide the ability to do machine learning capabilities and leveraging SAP Analytics Cloud for the augmented analytics and planning capabilities that you see here. And so what we also are seeing is that customers want to start, by harmonizing their data. And we have a new technology, a new software as a service called Data Warehouse Cloud that helps you get started and it works just in line with SAP Analytics Cloud because it provides that data harmonization, connecting to those sources, being able to transform it. And Data Warehouse Cloud doesn't have to just do SAP data. It can go across many different non-SAP applications and sources. But we want to extend, our strategy is to not only provide very rich application analytics, but also to extend with enterprise analytics for you within your department. So when we talk about the suite quality of embedded analytics, and again, we had a webinar last week that talked about more around our embedded analytics integrations into our intelligence suite. And so today you can, if you're using SuccessFactors, if you're using S/4HANA for finance in S/4HANA Cloud, you will automatically get embedded analytics that's consistent, that's leveraging our Analytics Cloud engines as part of your application. But again, you can tell that we've really taken a very strategic direction to embed all of this great analytics capabilities as well as the content directly within your application. So when you come into SuccessFactors, you're going to see a very rich analytics design. But if you come into Ariba, and with Ariba and Concur, we're still working on releasing the embedded analytics as part of that, but you'll see the same exact experience from that analytics perspective. What we want to do though today is focus on really the cross-product analytics suite quality, which is really looking at how you can get started in your department, leveraging analytics and leveraging SAP Analytics Cloud and Data Warehouse Cloud is part of this picture. So let me explain. So today, you may be part of the finance department and you're trying to take a look at all the different costs across your organization. Maybe you're wanting to see what's going on with SuccessFactors from a headcount cost perspective. We can start to put together a cross-product analytics view together for you. But to have that visibility on your headcount costs as part of your total top line and bottom line costs, what we want to do is to help you get started with the data. And so this always starts with, a data challenge for a lot of you in your departments. And so what we want to do is to take our native integration that Data Warehouse Cloud has with these applications, like Ariba, like S/4HANA, like SuccessFactors, and be able to tie that with non-SAP data. So at the bottom, maybe you have some headcount data in Workday or in AWS or in some other type of source that you're trying to combine with your SuccessFactors data that you can see on the left. So Data Warehouse Cloud allows you to harmonize that data, and then Analytics Cloud is able to go off of that harmonized view of your data to give you those KPIs and will also provide business content across these different organizations. So an example here is a lead to cash dashboard. So this is a cross-product analytics example where we're not only tying our CX suite, but also our finance suite with S/4HANA Cloud. So you could see here, we're pulling EBIT margin, sales, or EBIT margin and RAMI from our finance systems, but we're tackling the customer data, sales revenue, subscription revenue, op win rate from our CX solutions. And you can also see experience data coming into here. You can see people data that's coming into here. But as SAP provides applications that meet the needs of your finance department, your HR department, your customer department, your people department, you're able to get now this cross application analytics view across your organization. And to help you get started, we're putting together packages, and we have over 200 analytics packages today across line of business and line and industry packages. And they leverage, a lot of them leverage SAP Analytics Cloud, and we're building out more that include both SAP Analytics Cloud and Data Warehouse Cloud. But we have packages that you can see on the left that we've built for specific products, but we also are building packages that I'll mention in just a minute that go across different products. And then we also have partners on the right-hand side who are taking our application packages and they're actually tying them with non-SAP packages. Maybe you have a customer experience package that's pulling from our commerce application and you're tying it with Salesforce. So we can take different types of packages and data and put those together for you so that you can get started quickly. This is an example of one of our content packages that we've come out with called the Financial Analytics Dashboard. And all it's really doing is tying together S/4HANA Cloud and SuccessFactors data to look at not only your net profit from a finance perspective, but also looking at your headcount costs, all within one particular content package. And so we're using SAP Analytics Cloud and Data Warehouse Cloud to provide this content to you. You can modify it, you can change it, but it helps you get started so that you can rapidly start seeing the insights from your investments in the SAP applications. So let's talk about some line of business use cases and some customer stories. So when we look at the customer experience side of it, so we have customer experience solutions for sales, marketing, commerce, and customer data. And today, you can see those down in the bottom left-hand corner, the different types of solutions that we provide. But what we can do with Data Warehouse Cloud and Analytics Cloud is to provide packaged content as well as provide you the flexibility to connect into those applications, but being able to provide KPIs like revenue growth, customer retention, planning and profitability, online buying behavior, and category management insights. But again, these KPIs that you see up top not only can be coming from SAP, but they can be coming from non-SAP sources as well. And we can also take those sources from our applications and combine them with other SAP applications as well. So an example is POWELL. They're a distributor of electronic components and products, and their challenge, whereas they needed to enhance their customer experience, they needed to merge 3 companies together, and they needed to integrate sales, marketing, and ERP. And so the approach was, they have SAP Commerce Cloud, so that's part of our customer experience suite. And they implemented this omni-channel buying experience, but they also needed to automate the sales force. And so they also had invested into SAP Sales Cloud. And they needed to also figure out how do they optimize their inventory with S/4HANA. And so what they've done is they're leveraging the business technology platform to integrate the departments so we can integrate data coming from those different applications and as well as external data, and then use SAP Analytics Cloud to really do analytics directly off of these applications with the business technology platform. And what POWELL saw out of this was their benefits is they saw 50% faster order processing, over 100% expected revenue growth, and over 99% on-time performance. And so this was very important for POWELL to be able to manage their business. But you can see where this became a cross-product analytics project for them to see insights across these 3 SAP applications. So another example is HXM, Human Experience Management. And because we're tying in experience data into this, that's why we refer to it as Human Experience Management. But the same rule applies to what we just talked about with customer experience. We're leveraging Data Warehouse Cloud to tie different areas of success factors and other SAP applications. Maybe you want to tackle HANA as part of your, as well as connecting to success factors, or maybe you're one to connect to success factors and S4 HANA Cloud. But we can do that with Data Warehouse Cloud natively to connect in, as well as to external data like we see with Kronos and or Oracle, or maybe you have Workday. But we can tackle those data projects together with Data Warehouse Cloud. But some of the use cases we're seeing is that customers want to be able to predict their workforce for the year, and they're trying to get better insight into that. They also are trying to predict how many employees will be leaving the organization this year due to different types of issues that you have in the company. And then also we want to take a financial look at this HR data as well. So we can start combining that together. I talked about the financial analytics dashboard, but we're able to tackle these cross-product analytics use cases by leveraging Data Warehouse Cloud to harmonize and Analytics Cloud to visualize. And an example of that in leveraging our other suite qualities was Hereas. And Hereas is a professional services company, and they had data in silos. They didn't have the ability to use artificial intelligence. They had outdated reporting, and it was difficult to forecast and plan. And so with SAP Analytics Cloud and Data Warehouse Cloud, they're able to transform into an intelligent enterprise by being able to make their decisions much faster and being able to provide this unified experience using SAP suite qualities with our integration. And from that, they were able to tie in their operational KPIs from the HR system, as well as their financial KPIs coming from their financial systems to provide that top line and bottom line impact. And now the last use case I'm going to go through is the procurement use case. And I'm going to show you a quick demonstration of how our procurement package works. But what we're trying to do is to help, if you have Ariba, if you have Concur, if you have Fieldglass, these are SAP spend applications. If you don't have it, if you have Coupa or if you have other applications as well, we can take this information and provide this to you into the KPIs that you're wanting to see. And a lot of customers that we've been working with, they're looking at how their products are categorized. They're looking at how are the discounts happening? How are we doing sourcing? Are we going with the right suppliers or not? Are we invoicing them correctly? Are we also looking at, freeing up our working capital, our cash, based upon the types of discounts that we provide? And then maybe there's payments that you're trying to track as well. But most of the time, this is always in different sources. So Data Warehouse Cloud, we're going to show you as an example of how you bring in these sources or these KPIs, leveraging Ariba so that you can get immediate insights. And Microsoft, huge high-tech company, everyone knows Microsoft, but they needed a better way to manage its supply chain operations. Microsoft has been an SAP customer for over a decade, and they use our Ariba solution. And what they're trying to do is they were having high inventory issues that they were trying to resolve, and they were seeing that they could save about $2 billion in working capital if they get their inventory costs down. And so the benefits of using Ariba, as well as using Analytics Cloud and planning, as well as with our integrated business planning solution, they were able to see 300 million in working capital improvement, meaning they're able to free up 300 million in cash to spend and reinvest within their organization. And they also, reduced their cost of goods sold by 15 million. And this was the combination with using Ariba and SAP Analytics. So if we look at the business content example I'm going to show you, we're going to walk you through this business content package, which leverages really KPIs based upon 4 areas: compliance, process efficiency, looking at invoice compliance or invoice efficiencies. We'll look at sourcing savings, and then we'll look at working capital. So let me go ahead and talk through this. Now, we also have this as a package, so you can immediately go into your solution and import this in. So let's take a look at what this looks like. And I'm not going to go through the entire demonstration, but what I wanted to do is just to walk you through here. I'm in Data Warehouse Cloud, and in Data Warehouse Cloud, as well as in SAP Analytics Cloud, we have this concept of the business content network where we can provide you different types of packages. So these are already some of the business content packages in Data Warehouse Cloud, which touch upon different industries and line of business. And so you can see here that I have my Ariba Enterprise Analytics for Procurement package. And so it's automatically set up for you to connect. It talks about the package, and all you need to do is just import this package into your trial. So I'm going to talk about at the end how you can start to try out this content for free through our trial process. And you can just import this in and connect to your Ariba environment. And we're using the Ariba APIs to connect into this, but it shows you the models that you get with this. And so instead of you having to figure this out, you can, sorry, just quitting out of here. You can see different types of views that are coming in that you can take advantage of. So let's go in and walk you through this. So here is the content package in Analytics Cloud, which shows you all the different areas of compliance, process efficiency, sourcing savings, and working capital. So on this main page, we're just really looking at the compliance benefits when you look at how you're spending. And in this example, this particular company is using Ariba, and they're seeing a better compliance percentage with leveraging Ariba as their solution. And so we can look at things like that. And I'm going to just fast forward to the working capital tab. And this is just showing you where can we clear up some cash flow. So for example, I can see, what's been invoiced, how many of our contracts that we're doing with a particular supplier have a PO assigned to it. And typically when you have a PO assigned, there's discounts with it. So we can see that we have 62 million potential discount amount, and then a 63 million on average net terms. And we can see the percentages of what our actual versus what is our desired outcome. But we can see what is our particular spend for POs in these particular commodities that you can see up at the bottom. But if we focus on IT, we have 64 net terms, 64 days of net terms, and then about 135 million in IT spend. But if I click on IT spend, I can start to filter down what are we seeing here, and based on the different purchase groups, we have some good things happening, but this particular group 215, they have a low average net term. So we may want to talk with that particular purchase group and see why don't they have a higher net terms. So these are just some examples here where we've put this package together. And then lastly, I wanted to show you from the data warehouse side of it. This is what we're just doing, is harmonizing the data that's coming out of Ariba, and we're able to take different data elements. And so you can see these are the tables that we're pulling from Ariba. And again, Ariba has many different APIs, but we're tracking those different APIs and bringing that data in here for you to see really this invoice view that lets you look at the net term. So for example, if I look here at invoice line view, if I click on my tab at the bottom here, I can see the finalized data points of what's happening here based upon all the different modeling that I've done. But if I go into measures here, I can see the non-PO spend. And if I highlight that, it'll show you that this is a calculation that's coming from here. Well, I'm going to go, well, how did I build this PO spend? But we can do different types of metadata to look at what's happening here. And if I go back to that non-PO spend, see if I can find that particular one there. But what we can see here is I can click on any one of these different types of calculations here. And so I could go, I'll just do account description or is non-PO. And so I can do here, I can see where that's coming from. I can see it's coming from that header table, and then I can see what the calculation looks like. So anyway, the bottom line is that Data Warehouse Cloud lets you get access to modeling this information wherever it's coming from. And again, this could be coming from SAP sources or non-SAP sources. So I wanted to just finish up with just where you can get started and where you can see our roadmaps. So if you're wanting to see all these suite qualities against these different business processes, you can see our roadmaps and you can look into the analytics updates there. And then lastly, your path to becoming an integrated intelligent enterprise customer is that we have an integration strategy white paper that looks at all of our suite qualities, including embedded and cross-product analytics. But we also have a analytics strategy as well that you can get access so that you can understand where we're heading with our intelligence suite. You can sign up for our webinars as well as sign up for our free trials of SAP Analytics Cloud and Data Warehouse Cloud. And then lastly, you can continue asking questions and being involved in the community. And we have a really nice integration community as well as an analytics and Data Warehouse Cloud community here that you can see these links down here at the bottom. But I hope this was helpful to help understand our strategy and our use cases. And with that, I will start looking at our questions and opening it up.
Thank you, Aaron, very much. We also have already 3 questions that have been posted. So if you want to have a real quick look into this, I will, of course, make sure that in chat, people can receive the links to what you've just posted. And of course, the recording as well as the presentation will be made available later on as well. But yeah, let's get over to Q&A.
Great. So I'm looking at the 3 questions that have been posted, and feel free to ask more questions as we go through this. The first question asks how BW for HANA complements Data Warehouse Cloud. Can both exist in single customer landscapes? And the answer is yes. Data Warehouse Cloud is really our next generation data warehouse, but I would say it's also a very agile data harmonization engine that very much complements our analytics platform. And so we have customers that are using Data Warehouse Cloud to do their business modeling and doing their business analytics using Data Warehouse Cloud and SAP Analytics Cloud. We have a lot, and so Data Warehouse Cloud allows you to model that BW data. And what's nice is that Data Warehouse Cloud can connect live to BW. So you don't have to replicate data out of BW. You can just leverage BW as really a data source for Data Warehouse Cloud. And then you could say, I want to take Data Warehouse Cloud and combine that BW data with Ariba data that's coming from the APIs. So we're providing this very business-centric cloud data harmonization engine called Data Warehouse Cloud to help you with that. So second question, is there a way to connect directly to SAP Ariba? According to latest content network release, it's done through Data Warehouse Cloud API. And yes, so with Ariba today, we are connecting to the Ariba APIs with Data Warehouse Cloud. We're also working at optimizing some new connectors with SAP Analytics Cloud to Ariba. But what we find with Ariba, there's a vast wealth of APIs that Data Warehouse Cloud can really tackle. And you saw with this content package that I showed you, you can automatically get started with the APIs already defined in data models in Data Warehouse Cloud. So you're already accelerated just getting this going. And so, but SAP Analytics Cloud can connect directly to Data Warehouse Cloud through the APIs of Ariba, as well as it can go and connect to Ariba APIs. And we're working on enhancing that as a service. And then future-wise, we also are transforming Ariba in putting analytics and the data architecture into that platform so that you can do live queries against really more of an in-memory HANA system. And we're going to take care of all that for you behind the scenes. So it's really exciting to see that. So, and I think, Yav, you had that question as well. And I think I answered the third question as well.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, probably a lot of questions might come up after this call. That's why it's always good to visit the SAP Integration Strategy community page, where you can feel free to continue asking questions, where lots of community members are there and also experts that can answer the questions afterwards, even though if you don't have them during this call. But yeah, still, we have some couple of minutes left, and yeah, can definitely take the time to answer more of your questions if you have any, or Aaron, if you have any additional thoughts or like tips and tricks.
Yeah, if there's other questions, feel free to ask in chat. You know, part of the goal again is that we're tying really our business technology platform with our intelligence suite of applications, and hopefully you saw just the examples of customers that are taking this journey to really harmonize across their intelligence suite to have these analytics that will help them, you know, improve their bottom line, you know, definitely decrease costs, but also free up cash so you can do more other types of strategic projects. And so we're working with lots of small and large customers that are trying to tackle this, leveraging our applications. And so I hope this was helpful for you. And again, we have really great resources, obviously on the integration strategy side, as Menina mentioned, but also with our products with SAP Analytics Cloud, Data Warehouse Cloud. We also have streamlined our data management into a cloud product called Data Intelligence, as well as we have HANA Cloud that has now been really it's been transformed to really be now strictly cloud focused. And so what's nice is that we're able to really blend our database and data management and our analytics cloud solutions together. And we're going to continue to provide you more and more capabilities from an application perspective as we continue to integrate within them. So anyway, happy to feel free to send me any additional questions that you have, but really appreciate your time today.
Thank you very much, Aaron. And as Aaron mentioned, so many great other SAP products that are available. Also here we have many blog posts, questions and answers coming from community members, from experts. Just simply go to community.sap.com/topics to find SAP HANA, SAP S4HANA, data intelligence, and many more of those topics that Aaron just mentioned. with that, thank you very much, Aaron, for your time and for sharing your expertise. I think it was really great to see and that overview that you provided with the demo. Yeah, hopefully see you soon. Take care.
Thank you.
And of course, thanks everyone else too that chimed in and watched the session.